And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Bill and Paul Show. Here we are. We are live right here, soundsugarradio.com on this fine Monday evening, and we're also streaming live to the Music Society of Strathcona County YouTube page.
I like your lights, buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of mood lighting, isn't it?
Can I
We're
do that?
playing
Hang on.
around with the lighting in here. It's
Hang on. I do my
doing your
animals.
shadow
Shadow
figures.
animals? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Where's the dinosaur? I never learned those.
oh, that was close. It was a good try.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
like this.
not the best lighting. I'm not sure I like it. I think we're gonna have to play around it. We'll be playing around with that for a little bit, I think, to try and see what we can get. But anyway, if you're tuned into soundsugarradio.com, we're here. And if you want to tune into the Music Society of Strathcona County YouTube page, just search us on YouTube and we'll be there.
Very happy birthday to Natalie Smith today,
Natalie
January.
Smith.
Yes, she was my elementary friend. Why is it? I remember elementary friends' birthdays. I can't remember yours.
No?
I see you 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't remember any of my
Man,
elementary friends' birthdays.
how are you with phone numbers?
Not great.
No, because you just press a button.
Yeah. Well, it's you have this thing, this device now that you can put them in contacts. You just go, oh, Paul,
Man,
click.
that's
Then
exactly right.
then I find you.
That's exactly right.
But if you
So,
asked me what your phone number was, I wouldn't be
I,
able
I
to
don't know
say
your,
it.
I don't know what 14 of your phone numbers are. I know you have 14 phone numbers.
Well,
No,
I
it's really
got
weird.
I got
It's
one
really
phone
weird.
number.
It's really weird. You remember dates, and
Yeah,
I remember my nanny, my grandma's phone number. She passed away when I was 5.
yeah,
But honest to gosh, to rattle off your phone number, Bill, I got no clue, man.
yeah. No, I same thing. I can't remember phone numbers either. So
Weird, weird, weird. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. And how about you?
Doing well, doing well. Boy, busy weekend.
Uh,
Busy
it
weekend.
was very busy week. We had a really fun night on Friday night with the Ravenwood Music Club,
Dana Wiley is so great.
isn't she?
Man, so great and a busy girl.
So yeah, that's she's a busy girl for sure, and she put on an awesome performance. And yeah, it was overall just a really good show.
So Ravenwood Music Club, for 5.0. 5.0.
Yeah,
Is it 5.0?
that
5.0
no four
happened.
that was
Was it
4.0. We
4.0?
got we got two
4.0.
more coming.
All
So
right.
February 9th and March 8th.
4.0 just happened this past
Yeah,
Friday. Dana Wiley being the performer. I just love her honesty. She's just real and
she
just
is.
talented, and
Yeah,
and she's a mother, and she's a post-secondary student, and she's an
she is.
uber talented artist, and it's just tell it like it is, and
Yeah,
I love it. I love
great
it.
great voice and yeah, great storyteller for
I
sure.
gotta
So
tell you, Bill, I almost in concerts, big concerts, little concerts, I almost like the ad lib and the banter in between songs as much as I do the actual music.
well, and I think that's one of the things with the Ravenwood Music Club. So again, if you're listening and you haven't been, it's put on by the Music Society of Strathcona County. So it's a 6 show series, which we started back in October of last year. Two more shows coming up, February 9th, as I mentioned, and March 8th. But the whole thing with it is it's an intimate venue. So we're at the Strathcona County Museum and Archives, and it's 50 people, and we're pretty full. Just over 50 people. We're basically sold out, and we've basically sold out every show so far. Excuse me. So the nice thing is singer-songwriter, single singer-songwriter. They get to banter, they get to chat, they get to play their music. So it's a really nice feel. Like it's a whole nice hour and 15, hour and 20, hour and a half that they play. It's just a nice feel.
It's so intimate. Dana, and as most of our performers obviously are there before they take the stage to chat it up in a little bit. They don't obviously chat it up before their performance a whole lot because they're concentrating and they're focusing, but they do stay a little bit after for a chat and a thank you very much and a this, that, and the other thing. And it's just
Yeah,
it's such a and the atmosphere is fantastic. The backdrop of the Strathcona County Museum is such an intimate uh, backdrop
yeah, it sure is.
for music. It's beautiful. 50 capped 50 people as you said, Bill. Amazing. Love it. Love the feel.
Yeah, no, it's really good for sure. And I'm just apologizing to those that are now watching us on YouTube because I was just told that our mics on YouTube, it's working on Sound Sugar, but not on YouTube, saying our mics were turned down. So I'm just checking settings here. and it looked like we were on a wrong setting for our microphone. So hopefully that is working now, and hopefully you can hear us. So there we go. That's a bit better.
So, yeah, that was you said 4.0. I can count
4.0.
4.0.
So two more shows coming up. So we have Lily Monahan
Mm-hmm.
on February 9th and Mallory
Mallory
Chipman
Chipman. Mm-hmm.
on March
Mm-hmm.
8th. So it's coming up really quick, but the only reason is because normally we hold them a little bit earlier in the month, but because it was January and of course you have New Year's and everybody's just getting done Christmas, we wanted to give people a chance to kind of settle into the new year before we ran the January show. So February 9th's coming up pretty quick.
And what ends up happening is with these six for I guess starters.
Yeah.
We as the Music Society of Strathcona County will take stock, and I'm certain I'm fairly certain, Bill, we're not going to cap it at six performers.
No,
It's
it's going really, really
it's
well.
going really well
And
by all accounts.
I,
So I think it's after Mallory Chipman in March. I'm not gonna remember what date or what
so we
month
have
it is.
so after Mallory Chipman, of course, the series will be done. And then we've got the Ravenwood Music Festival, which is July 12th and 13th,
Correct.
which we have a big announcement coming up this Wednesday evening.
Very
So you
cool.
can tune in right here on the YouTube channel. And we are going to announce all of the supporting acts. They're all signed and ready to go. But having said all of that, yeah, the series is going so well. I think it'll be something that the board of the Music Society will discuss. And who knows, maybe we'll even start in September in the new year
Hmm.
and run right through with a few extra shows in there because the feedback we're getting, everybody seems to really be enjoying it. The people that are attending really like it because, as you said, Paul, it's such a relaxed, intimate atmosphere, and you just sit back and you relax, have a coffee if you want, or have a manual labor beer
Hmm.
or a Ravenade from
Hmm.
our gin supplier, Hawk
Hot
Prohibition.
Prohibition.
Just sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, and that's and you can't beat the price, guys, for live music. $20.
Yeah,
$20
25 at the door, but I can tell you there haven't really been any tickets at the door because we keep selling
because we
out.
keep selling out before the door.
So if you want to get tickets, go to ravenwoodexperience.com or .ca. Go click on the ticket link, and there just pop down, and you can buy tickets to the Ravenwood Music Club. Now, having said that about tickets, Paul, of course, we just mentioned the Ravenwood Music Festival coming up in July, so tickets are on sale for that as well. So
Mhm.
you might want to grab your tickets for that. We've got some great acts. One of your favorite acts on Friday
Oh,
night, Paul.
cannot wait for Royal Foundry.
Yeah,
Cannot wait for Royal Foundry. They were brilliant at Ravenwood Music Festival
2019.
4 years
Yeah,
ago, 5 years ago now. They've only upped their game
yeah.
in the last few years. So I'm really looking forward to seeing
Well, their listenership,
Jared and
et
Bethany.
cetera, even just on Spotify, has exploded. Like they're up to
Yeah,
like 50 or 60 some thousand listeners a month now.
yeah, it's because they're good.
And
It's because they're damn good.
and then the Carter and the Capitals, which are going to kind of co-headline with them, are just as amazing as well. So if you want to come out on both days are going to be absolutely amazing, and both days you can come out and dance and enjoy yourself and have a good time. Um,
Did it a little differently this year. Last year we did it in June. This year we're doing it in July.
yeah,
For future, we as a society and as a board for the Ravenwood do want to pinpoint,
well,
at least relatively the same month.
Well, we actually are. We do actually have a contract with that
Hmm.
field for June. So
Yeah.
we're still contracted for the field for June for the next, like 2025 and 2026, I believe. The only reason we moved it this year is because our friends down the road, the Beaumont Blues Festival, ended up having their weekend scheduled on the exact same weekend we were booked in June to have ours.
Yeah, and
So
we don't want to step
yeah.
on anybody's
So we
toes.
decided just to make the shift, and they don't. So Jeremy Cornell, who runs Beaumont Blues, said they don't get a choice. So they have to wait for the town of Beaumont, to give them the dates for
Hmm.
that field,
Hmm.
and then that's what they have to take. So they didn't get a choice, and that's Beaumont said, "Here's your weekend," and it was on our weekend. So we decided rather than be competing, we'll move.
So having said that, all future Ravenwood music festivals in the summer are going to be in June, except for this one. So you
Yes.
can legitimately, mark down your calendar for June,
Hmm.
every year thereafter.
Going to be a good day. Lots of, like I said, I can't wait to announce the supporting performers on this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Make sure you jump in for the live stream, and we'll record it as well and put it up on the Facebook page. Our good friend James, who's tuned in to the show here right now.
So great. James
James
does
will
so much amazing work.
will I'm sure get that up onto the webpage as well, right, James?
Such
I'll wait for him to send us a comment.
hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
James does such an amazing job with all of the social media and all of the just all of the digital media, I guess.
He sure does. Yeah,
he's
all
amazing.
All the social media and everything. And James, I know you're listening. James is just saying to us now.
What do I have to do?
I was busy counting shirts. Yeah. So, well, hey, James. Remember, I think we talked about this. So again, for you tuned in on Sound Sugar Radio and on YouTube, Paul and I, of course, are involved in the Podly podcast with our good friend Cliff Smith, which streams live at 8 o'clock tonight, right half an hour after we're done. We get to switch into Podly mode.
You know it.
And but anyway, I think we brought up the fact that, or I brought up the fact that James, I hope you're writing your comedy set for this year's Ravenwood Music Festival.
Oh man, that was funny.
You know, we're giving you. I think we're going to give you a 6 to 8 minute spot, James, to do a comedy routine, a stand up comedy routine for us.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We have an amazing board that we work so well together. It's the same board for years and years and years now. You must be saying all the right things at the meetings, Bill, because nobody seems to want to leave.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't mean I hope that they want to leave. I mean I hope I'm saying the right thing.
Nice recovery.
Yeah.
What else is going on? What's happening?
Oh, all sorts of all sorts happening. Got a little bit of snow. We're supposed to get really warm weather this week
I'm
coming
okay
up. +4.
It's not cold now. It's not cold now.
Yeah,
it's warm, but we're getting
warm up.
Yep.
So that'll be good. And hey, we before we kind of start, getting into upcoming events and other things that are happening around the community and area on the show here, which we have lots of time yet to do, I'm going to flip the switch.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk sports for a second.
I knew you were going there because I knew you were going there because I wanted to go there.
Yeah, so
I knew you were going there.
So our Edmonton Oilers, that people now know have won 13 straight, which is a Canadian NHL team record. They beat Montreal Canadiens, which I think in 1969, somewhere in there, they had the record for 13 straight. So now the Oilers have that record, and they're again playing tomorrow night. Columbus Blue Jackets in town. We signed a brand new player. On the ice today, practice, Corey Perry has joined the Edmonton Oilers on a 1-year contract. Pretty low salary.
38 years old, formerly of the Anaheim Ducks, formerly of the Chicago Blackhawks, notably formerly from the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
He's been around, he's been around at least 20 years.
He's had, at least two Stanley Cups, for sure,
I think, yeah.
that he's teams he's been on. So he has joined the Oilers, and like I said, was on the ice today. I watched his press conference this afternoon.
I haven't seen it.
And with him and Ken Holland, they also interviewed Darnell Nurse, Connor McDavid as well, about Corey Perry joining the Oilers, because Corey Perry's quite a pest, and he's made a career out of getting guys not to like him. He's kind of like the Brad Marchand of the Boston
the Western
Bruins.
Conference.
He gets under everybody's skin, which is the way he plays his game. So that was one of the questions I think that was asked by one of the reporters today at the press conference. Like, what does it feel coming to a team where the fans really actually hated you when you would come into Edmonton to play the Oilers?
Well, and that's the point too. He did it to the Edmonton Oilers in past, and I remember
to a lot of teams,
notably as an Anaheim Duck in round, I believe, 2 of the playoffs circa 2017, I want to say.
Yeah.
Maybe 16. I can't remember. So he's notably been a pest. To your point, Bill, many teams, not the least of which have been our Oilers, but now he is
an Oiler.
So
so his
what do you think?
Well, his comment was when he was asked that question, where fans hate him. He said, well, it's not the first time he's moved to a team into a city where fans knew of him, but he said he's excited to play here. He said you walk into the dressing room and you say hi to all the guys, and whatever happened in the past is in the past, and everybody shakes hands, and now you're a teammate. And he said he's ready to go. He's excited to play here. He's spent the last 2 months in counseling, and he still is working with counselors and
Mhm.
rehab to help with the. He fully admits he had an alcohol problem, and he admitted it publicly. And so he's working on that, and he said he's ready to go. He said he's not been off ice though, so for the 2 months that he hasn't been playing, he
Mm.
still had his personal trainer and his skating coach. So he's been on the ice for 2 months out in Chicago skating. So he said he did that in hopes that if he had an opportunity to come back and play, that at least he would still be in shape.
Just a
So
just a comment that I read. I can't remember if I read it. I read it on social media. Just Edmonton seems to be the city of second chances,
well, we are. We had Zach Cassian, who had been in rehab with drug and alcohol issues when he came to the Oilers,
and he
and
killed it as
and
an Oiler.
and
I
they
still
turned him
miss him.
around. Of course, we have Evander Kane, and there's been a few other players in the past that we've had throughout the years on the Oilers teams too, who have come to the Oilers who have had issues with other teams, whether it be hockey issues and or off ice issues, and they seem to come to the Oilers, and somehow the Oilers organization seems to turn them around somehow.
Yeah, but you know what?
So,
I love it.
well, it's good.
I,
I think
I,
it's really
I
good as
love it.
well.
I love it. I'm in full disclosure. I'm a person with issues right now.
Yeah,
I would love for somebody to take me under their wing and just and believe in me. Believe in me.
yeah,
Good on them. And by all accounts, the Edmonton Oilers have turned the lives of Zach Cassian and Evander Kane
yeah.
around. Just seeing Evander Kane skate around with that young girl. I can't. Apologies, I cannot remember her name. I think
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
she's
I saw
afflicted,
her
I
at one of the
believe, with
games.
cancer. I
She,
believe.
she has been battling it. I think she's in remission right now.
Good, good,
Actually,
good.
the last game I was at, which was before Christmas, I went to the Vegas game, and
Hmm.
she was there. She was the section that we sit in.
Good.
My daughter's boss has tickets, so he quite
Hmm.
often gives them has season tickets.
Hmm.
So if he can't go, my daughter gets them. But
Hmm.
anyway, she was hanging down, and it's in the end where the Oilers are
Come on and
twice.
off the ice.
Yeah, and they do their warm-ups and everything.
Yep.
So she's right down at the glass and
Just
there to
love it.
wave to Evander and police, like you look at like Zach Cassian, Evander Kane again for an example, and Evander's really heavily involved in the community now
Oh,
with
love
all the
it.
things he's doing. He did the big Christmas shop again with
He did.
kids this year who can't afford to. He took them all shopping and
Hmm.
all those kind of things. So anyway, we'll see. Hopefully Corey Perry will have that same sort of success. It doesn't sound like he's going to play until possibly Saturday. It doesn't sound like he's going to play this week. And the funny thing, of course, is Chicago is on Thursday, so it doesn't sound like he's going to be playing against the Blackhawks. Sounds like our coach Knobloch said today in the interview I saw with him. That was the other guy they talked to. Was they want to
The
give him a
coach.
week of practice,
Hmm.
kind of get used to everything here,
Hmm.
and then get him ready into a game situation.
Full disclosure, when they signed Evander Kane, Bill, I was up in arms and I thought, oh my gosh, this is not going to be a good idea, and I don't like the fact that, he's a notable, offender, publicly and privately, and yada yada yada. You know what? Color me corrected.
Yeah,
It has done amazing things for him personally. It's done amazing things for the community. He's a heck of a player, anyways, and we love
hmm
having him as a hockey player on the Edmonton Oilers. Sorry, I'll speak for myself. I love having Evander Kane on my team
hmm
as an Edmonton Oilers fan. So, full disclosure, I was wrong about Evander Kane.
He is a very good player. He's been struggling a little bit struggling a bit as of late, but they are saying he's still been battling a bit of an injury, which
Mm.
is apparently getting better and better. But yeah, no, he came in. Obviously there was always all those concerns, which ended up being basically all unfounded.
Yeah.
The NHL found nothing. Yes, he had been gambling, but it was his own gambling. There was no evidence he gambled on NHL games. And then all the stuff with his past wife was all in court, was unfounded, and he was given sole custody of his daughter
Daughter.
because they found the mother not fit.
Hmm.
So he's been working hard to take care of the kids and all that kind of stuff. And of course, he's a new dad again, just not
Hmm.
that far off. So
Hmm.
yeah, so he's done really well. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, going to be. We've got Columbus tomorrow, Chicago Thursday. I honestly now can't remember who's on
Two
Saturday.
very beatable teams, by the way. So, what
Could
do
we
you think?
extend that streak?
What,
17 is the
17?
overall
What do you think?
streak.
17 and
tie.
0? Do you think 17 and 0 to tie the all-time record? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm crossing the
Pittsburgh,
fingers.
90. Pittsburgh, 92.
The one thing I think you've seen with the Oilers, though, which is a big difference too, is especially compared to even early in the year, if we fall down, we're down 1 or 2-0. I don't panic.
No.
Boy, in the early in the year, we thought, oh, here we go again.
Done.
Don't even want to watch the rest of the game because you know the game's over.
Indubitably, that's exactly right. And now you're down. I mean, they were down to Seattle 2-0 at the end of the first. At the end of 10 minutes, I believe, the first 10 minutes they were down 2-0, and it came up and final was 4-2. So
Yeah.
it's a fun time, as they always say on the broadcast. It's a fun time to be an Edmonton Oilers fan.
For sure. And then speaking of kind of still in the sports vein, I don't know if you heard about this, Paul, but with junior hockey, so with the Alberta Junior Hockey League and the BC Junior
What's
Hockey
up
League.
with
So
that?
5 teams from Alberta Junior Hockey League, including the Sherwood Park Crusaders, are leaving to go over to the BC Hockey League. So I know this past weekend, I think the AJHL, I think that's the right acronym, canceled or postponed games that the Sherwood Park Crusaders are supposed to be in and one of the other teams are supposed to be in because they left the league. And the AJHL is saying that they didn't receive notification from these teams that they were moving on.
Okay, so AJHL, Alberta
Junior Hockey League.
Junior Hockey League has now, and again, 6 teams, one of which is our local Sherwood Park Crusaders team. Now, Bill says they are leaving. We gotta put leaving in air quotes. They're still going to be in Sherwood Park.
Yeah, they're not leaving Sherwood Park. They're leaving the league.
They're leaving
Alberta,
the
you're
Alberta
right.
League. So they're staying in Sherwood Park, but they're going to be playing all BC teams. I hate to be the bus driver. I would hate to be the bus driver.
Well, there's a couple of other Alberta teams, I think, as well that have left.
There is Okotoks. There
yeah.
is, I do believe, Spruce Grove has jumped ship. 2 others as well. I can't.
And I haven't researched it a lot. I've just heard some of the stories, bits and pieces of it. Apparently, the BC Junior Hockey League left Hockey Canada, so they are not affiliated with Hockey Canada. So apparently, that being said, it gives the opportunity for teams in that league the ability to earn more money, etc. Than they can get in the Alberta Junior Hockey League, which is one of the reasons. I don't know if there's some underlying stuff in the background that we don't know about to why a team,
it's going to come out.
Yeah, to why teams mid-season all of a sudden saying, okay, we're leaving this league, we're going to the other league, and supposedly not giving notification to the Alberta Junior Hockey League when they're going, what, you guys are leaving? Well, you didn't tell us. We're mid-season here. We have a schedule happening.
Well, they're not leaving until the end of the season. They won't be leaving until next year.
So
they're playing out this season, and they're beginning next year in the BC.
But it still throws things off. Like I said,
throws things off.
The league postponed the games this past weekend because of this situation.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's ongoing. I don't really know what to make of it. My novice feeling about it is there is still information to be drawn out from this. I think there's something deeper. I think there's something that hasn't been brought to light yet about this. I don't think it's simply a jump ship to make money thing. I think there's something else going on. So
yeah, I'm sure we'll.
I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, a little odd. I mean, at the end of the day, can you imagine being a Sherwood Park Crusader and having to play in Langley?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they'll have a road trip where it's going to be Langley and Coquitlam and
Well, then you've got Langley coming here to play in Sherwood Park.
Well,
Sherwood Park Arena.
Sherwood Park Arena, but then where do they go? They go to Stony Plain and St. Albert, Spruce Grove. Sorry, Spruce Grove and St. Albert.
Yeah.
I think St. Albert's another one that jumped ship.
Did they as well? Yeah,
believe.
I can't
Don't
remember
quote
all
me
the
on it, guys.
teams. Yeah, yeah. So,
but I don't know. I don't know. There's something more to come out. I think. I think there's some underlying.
Well, there has to
politics.
be something for that many teams to all want to leave one league and go to another league.
Yeah.
It can't be just money, like you said. There's got to be something else that they're not happy with, or something going on in the background there that they would make that move.
Little weird.
You're,
Little weird, little weird, little weird. But
yeah.
anywho, I digress. Sports, love sports, man.
Sports.
Love it, love it, love it. Football this weekend. I know you're not a big football fan. I won't talk a whole lot about
Well,
it. But
I am a football. I'm not a huge NFL fan.
yeah, Taylor Swift has made another appearance.
she
There's,
she
there's
did,
the
did she?
There's the football news, guys. Taylor Swift has made another
Well,
appearance.
I know they're down to the final 4 teams before Super Bowl
I
time
didn't get
here.
a chance
So
to watch any of the games.
I haven't seen any of the games either.
Detroit Lions, since they won a playoff game last weekend, it's the first time since 1991. That's big news.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Detroit, actually. I quite like Detroit. Yeah, I quite like Detroit. So
Yeah.
thank you, Tim Allen from Tool Time.
I'm watching.
From Home Improvement.
I'm watching the Super Bowl to see what the entertainment is.
See, I can't get into
and-
that stuff.
I watch it for the halftime show.
Do you?
Basically, I don't watch a lot for the game because I'm not an NFL fan per se. So
You and I are opposites. I turn it off.
yeah,
I turn it off for the halftime show, and the reason for it is it just seems to be all dance music and all hip hop and all R&B. Hey, by the way, that being said, Eminem was cheering on his Detroit Lions in the crowd and getting everybody riled up
Was he?
this past weekend. Jeff Daniels was there in Detroit. I can't remember. There's another singer that was there, but
yeah, they announced. I can't remember all the halftime entertainment again. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, I
I thought it was Usher. Then I thought Reba McEntire's in the mix.
it is. You're right. No, you're right.
And then there's one other performer in the mix. So it's quite the mix. You've got Usher, then you've got Reba McEntire.
Yeah, can't do it. Sorry, guys.
So
I can't do it. It's I watch the Super Bowl for the football. I mean, there hasn't been a halftime show. Now, I did miss the Grey Cup halftime show where it was. I want to say it was Blink 182. Was it Blink 182?
No,
or was
it
it
was
Green Day?
Green Day.
Green Day.
that was really good.
It was Green
I
Day,
saw that.
and I missed it. And that's the one I wanted to see, and
Yeah.
I missed it.
No,
But
I watched. We watched that here. We're Green Day fans, so it was well done.
Green Day coming up with a new album, by the way.
They are, and they
Tour?
they are on a tour, but they're not out this way at this point. They've only announced Toronto, I think, and maybe Vancouver at
Correct.
the most.
I think yeah. I think so. I think so.
James is commenting, so we have James tuning in. He's
Post Malone.
could care less about the music the last few years.
Yeah.
Post Malone, but he's singing the anthem or something.
And
Yeah.
and you know what? I would watch James. I would watch for Post Malone. I do really, really like Post Malone music.
Yeah.
I think he's something. I think Post Malone is something different.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I think Post Malone is something different. I like Post Malone music. I like the person. He comes from complete poverty, out of Texas. Don't ask me specifically where, but he's from Texas. And it's a good story with Post Malone. And like I said, I like his music. So
And I do agree, actually. James talks about he likes to watch it for the production. That's the other portion that
Yeah.
I like to watch, is I like to see what they do for production. There is an interesting documentary on Netflix with, it was a female singer that did the halftime show, the Super Bowl. And it's a whole behind the scenes thing, right? From rehearsals to them building,
I don't know,
putting things together.
Beyonce,
It wasn't Beyonce.
Aguilera,
No, it
Pink?
was. No, it was. She's married to the actor. Wow, drawing a blank here. Anyway, it was
I got
neat.
nothing.
It was neat to see the behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that they put into the production side and the timing that's involved to get the stage, et cetera, on the field and off the field, and there's a lot of work that goes into it.
that's a good point.
for
That
sure.
is a very good point.
For sure. So
Yeah, that's a very good point. I do like the production. It is a gargantuan effort to put that
Jennifer
all together.
Lopez. That's James just said Jennifer Lopez. That's it. Yeah. So documentary
J-Lo.
about J Lo and her working up to her halftime show at the Super Bowl. So,
You
gotta be-
James again. James, gosh, love your comments. He says Post Malone is getting a little bit country. I know Paul's a big country music fan. Paul is not a very big country. He says that tongue in cheek. It's funny that you say that though, James, because my favorite rock and roll guy is the Stained frontman Aaron Lewis, and guess what? He went country.
Mhm.
So I'm over 2, but I do really like Post Malone. I do really like you know what? I like Aaron Lewis's country stuff. He did what an unbelievable live version. Aaron Lewis did a version of Rascal Flatts. I cannot remember the song, but it's unbelievable.
Was that the name of it?
No,
I
the
cannot remember
Rascal
the song.
Flatts no, yeah, no. This is me not remembering this. It's
We're
beautiful.
both
I
drawing
have-
blanks here.
Yeah, it's but the Rascal Flatts, you know, you can YouTube it. The Rascal Flatts tune that Aaron Lewis did a live version. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. So I do like Aaron Lewis's country stuff.
Yeah, James is saying there's more money in country music.
Very true. Country
Yeah.
music is the most popular music in the world, as a matter of fact. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Country music is the most popular music in the Western world.
Yeah.
In the Western world.
And I'm flipping kind of back to sports here for a second, but it's to do with an anthem singer. And I'm going to kind of preface it. If you're listening right now and you are a fan of this artist, this is my opinion only. So the Calgary Flames have George Canyon do their anthem.
Correct.
That's all I. I don't know if I can say anything else, because if you're a George Canyon fan, okay, that's
Poor
great.
story.
That's great. You're a George Canyon fan, but boy, I don't know how that guy made it in the country music world or in the music world.
Well,
I'm
he
sorry.
can sing country music.
Well-
the guy can sing country music. The national anthem is not a country song.
No,
It's
but
not a country song.
not even his. I've heard some of his country songs, and I don't even find
Yeah, I'm
them
not-
all that great. So again, sorry to any George Canyon fans out there, but that's
Well,
just my.
hey, I just threw
thoughts.
shade at the Trues last week, so it's your turn to throw shade on George Canyon this week.
Yeah.
I'm not. Not you know, except our guy who does is Brett Kissel, and I
Yeah.
I think he's quite talented.
Brett is actually pretty good.
I think he's quite talented. He is country, but he's not the twang.
He's more of a kind of Garth
country.
Brooks country.
I agree, and I quite
He's
like
not
Brett
like you
Kissel.
like you said. He's not that twang. My
Yeah.
girlfriend's down at the bar, and it's like
And you know what James says? I feel the same way about Brett Kissel. So I like Brett Kissel, actually. I couldn't name one song
Yeah.
from Brett Kissel, but I do like it when he does the national anthem.
yeah. And I've seen some video highlights of Brett, doing his live show and that kind of stuff. And he puts on a pretty good show. Like I said, he's more Garth Brooks style, which that's not bad. That country's is not too bad. That type of country music.
Well,
So-
and I'll go to every Garth Brooks concert. It's not only one of my favorite country music concerts, but it's one of my favorite concerts.
You're gonna go
It's-
to. Sorry, Paul. I was just gonna say you're gonna go to. They just announced Avril Lavigne today. You're gonna go to Avril Lavigne.
Nope.
You're not a skater boy.
Nope. I was never a skater boy. No, it's her greatest hits.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had that many greatest hits.
Apparently, she has a few.
I don't know. Was it going to be Skater Boy something else, and she's off stage, or what?
I don't know, but anyway, she's coming to do a show at Rogers.
How
so-
many greatest hits does Avril Lavigne have? Skater Boy, I can't
Yeah,
think of
good
another.
question.
There's one more song. I can't think of it. So she plays Skater Boy as her first song. She plays the next song as her encore, and she's done. I don't.
guess. Unless she does a extra long Skater Boy version of it.
Correct, Bill and I. I honestly did not know that. Complicated.
Complicated.
Thank you. That was
Yeah.
her first one, James. Thank you. So Complicated was her
I'm with
first.
you. That's another one.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
We're
I'm
gonna
with you too.
we're gonna have maybe she got 5 or 6 hits.
Which
So,
will
he's-
take what 45 minutes?
So James, are you googling this right now?
or are you going?
Or are you an
James?
Are you an Avril Lavigne fan and you know every single one of her hits? I think we just learned something about James. He likes Avril Lavigne.
James has got
James-
tickets.
He's buying the VIP meet and greet package.
Look at him go. He's still going. Girlfriend, my happy ending. Sadly, no. Sadly, no. I think he's not going.
Oh, I thought maybe he was
That
going
could
to.
be a song. You never know.
I thought maybe he was getting the meet and greet VIP package.
Oh
and
man, that was funny.
he was going to be there to meet Avril.
That was funny. Legitimately, it is heralded as her greatest hits
Yeah.
tour. How many albums she got?
I don't
Four?
know.
She got
I was
four
gonna, I was
albums?
going to say 4. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. But
So
James will Google. He'll let us know soon.
if she's got 4 albums, and you assume that 2, maybe 3 are greatest hits on an album, and that's being optimistic, by the way. 3 hits on an album is being optimistic. That's just 12 tracks.
Yep.
That's not a concert.
No.
That's going to take an hour.
But like I said, maybe she does longer live versions. You can extend things when you're
Maybe.
playing live.
Hey, maybe she talks in the middle of her songs for 25 minutes.
Yeah, maybe she does. Maybe there's some crowd involvement or something.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God, I don't know.
I know
Anyway,
that she
Avril
does. So,
Lavigne.
yeah, she's coming to town. So
Avril Lavigne. She's closing her tour here.
that's right. It's actually, yeah, that's right. This is last show on the schedule. I wonder if they'll have a big Avril Lavigne party afterwards.
Look at that. Look at that. 7 studio albums, 13 singles, James says. James is our honorary Avril guru here.
And he said he's not Googling.
33 singles. I know 2 of them.
Yeah, so if you're not Googling, James, how do you know all that?
That's pretty impressive.
I think you actually are a closet Avril Lavigne fan, aren't you?
I'm not going.
Yeah.
Not going. Found out. You know what I found out? I found out that my daughter, 10 years old, my daughter is actually a Taylor Swift fan,
Oh,
which I
wow.
think is great. No, I think it's great. But it's just something that just came up
Mhm.
in the last 2
Likes
weeks.
your
I
music?
didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that
That's
she
good.
was. So
That is good. There's a lot of Taylor Swift fans, as we know.
who was your very very first music love? Like I remember. Okay, so let me preface this by saying, when I was really young and in kindergarten and grade 1, my mom would turn the record player on to Smurfs to wake us up and this that. And I'm talking about a legit a legit musician. Who was your very first fan? If you remember in elementary school or.
Mm, wow. Well, I just remember in my household with around my family and with my parents and my dad's brothers and stuff were always playing music, but it was a lot of like 60s rock, Beatles, Rolling Stones, all that kind of stuff
Mhm.
is stuff that I would hear,
Mhm.
around the house, and then it would also go the other way where you'd be listening to Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole,
Oh, you had some
uh,
really good influences.
so it was
in
a
your house.
real mix, right?
Wow. I would have to say that by myself. Now I really the Boney M track Rasputin when I was a little kid really scared me because of the voice. But I really liked Boney M
Boney
way
M,
back when I was a
they were
kid.
cool, yeah.
CCR
Yeah.
back when I was a kid. But my very first by myself, I found this by myself, was
Mhm.
Corey Hart.
Oh wow.
Corey Hart was my.
Do you wear your sunglasses at night?
Oh, I just love that man.
Yeah.
I think he's fantastic. Corey Hart is fantastic.
Yeah.
Does a version of "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis Presley.
Oh yes, yeah, he does.
That is unbelievable, Bill. I absolutely love that version of "Can't Help Falling in Love."
And hey,
Uh,
Boney M was just in Edmonton just
Just
prior
now.
to Christmas
I want
at
to go
the,
to
at,
that show
at the River Cree with the original lead singer.
with the original lead singer. Yeah.
Yeah, River Cree puts on some really good shows
They do.
in the Edmonton area for sure. So
They do. I've been there once. No,
Yeah.
twice. Once.
Yeah.
Well, I was there for Gordy Lightfoot.
right.
I was there.
Yep.
So,
So they do put on some good shows. So you are listening to Bill and Paul here on SoundSugarRadio.com. If you're listening on the radio side, you can feel free to jump to the Music Society of Strathcona County YouTube page. Just search us on YouTube. We're live streaming there right now. You can see us as we chat away.
this is interesting. Avril Lavigne has 7 albums, 20 years she's been in the music
Been
business.
around a long time.
20 years.
Well, she was married to Chad Kroger from Nickelback,
Mm,
and they separated.
and Derek Whibley from
Yeah.
Blink 182.
Yep.
20. Has it been 20 years of Avril Lavigne music?
I guess it has been.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Thanks, James. It's just kind of an eye opener.
she's getting up there.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well, is she 40 yet?
I think she's got to be in her 40s, early 40s maybe.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I saw the announcement for the tour, and of course you show Avril. She looks great.
Yeah.
If she's 40, she looks great.
Yeah, maybe she's not. Maybe she's late 30s, but yeah,
Wow,
So-
good for her.
I might be aging her.
Mm.
So
Good for her.
anyway, one of the things too that we like to talk about now on the show is upcoming events in around the community of Strathcona County, but not just Strathcona County, Edmonton and area as well. To see, to keep you up to date on what may be happening. If there's some fun things that you want to do. A few things coming up, obviously, in the Sherwood Park area. Well, Drawson, Sherwood Park, has the Sherwood Park Farmers Market coming up on January 24th, which takes place at number 350, 5000 Emerald Drive in Sherwood Park. Been to that farmers market? It's a nice market if you want to get some local produce and that kind of thing. To help
Starts
you
at
out.
3, guys. Doors open at 3.
3 p.m. Same day, actually, earlier in that day, if you're a skater, They have an all ages recreational skate out at the Drawson Recreation
Not
Complex.
that kind of skater boy.
Not no 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 not Skater Boy as in Avril Lavigne. Now maybe they play Avril Lavigne music while you're skating. I don't know, but so a couple of events that are coming up your way. Of course, we mentioned the Ravenwood Music Club on February 9th. Um, Scrolling through to see what else might be coming up here. Let's pop over to Edmonton here, Paul, and see what's happening in the Edmonton area in the next few days. What do you see there?
Uh, you know what? Love Pro Wrestling. I got to take my kids to this. January 26th. Um, looks fantastic. Looks like lot of fun. And if you're into that, the wrestling, the machoism, and it looks like it's going to be just a lot of fun. The intangible Joe Sager will be there. Lumberjack Larry Woods will be there. Michael Richard Blay will be there. Taryn from accounting will be there. Reed Matthews. Reed Matthews will be there. The Rad, Stephen Crow. It's going to be a fantastic night of live.
And where's that at?
Pro Wrestling. 1725 99th Street. It is at the Rec Room. That is the South Edmonton Common location at the Rec Room. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, could be a lot of fun. Doors open for that. I don't know. Doors open at that. I think it's 7. I want to say, but I could be wrong.
yeah. We can maybe have a look
I
here.
don't know.
James apparently went to a show last year. He said it was fun.
Yeah, it's good time. Good, good. Not very serious. Good for just a lot of fun and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
if memory serves, I think I used to know well, your son is very involved
My
in
son is
wrestling on a very high level.
My son is a pro wrestler. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's back. He took a little bit of time off, but he's wrestling for an organization in Vancouver called Boom Wrestling. And that's been going very well. They sell out all their shows ahead of time. Their next show coming up, I can't remember, coming up in February, early February, I think it's already sold out.
How does one get involved in pro wrestling?
Well, he wrestled his first professional match at the age of 15, I think it was.
Wow.
And but part of it was because back then I also knew a lot of people in the wrestling business, and I knew a gentleman who was running an organization in Edmonton back then as well. And I said to him, I said, "Hey," and I was doing some stuff for that gentleman. I was doing some in-ring announcing and helping with some production stuff. And so I said, "Hey, my son has a real interest in pro wrestling. Can I bring him down and show him the ring and just see what his thoughts are, see what he thinks?" And so I brought my son Brady, whose wrestling name is Brady Malibu, and brought him down. And he walked into the ring and he walked around the ring and he sat up on the corner turnbuckles and he was sold.
Yeah, eyes like dinner plates.
And
I'll bet, eh?
And he wanted to know, when can I start training? When can I start learning? And that's where it all started. And from that point, he wrestled in the Indies. And
How long does it take to train?
it depends how well you do. It depends how well your trainer thinks you're doing it. They're not going to stick you in the ring if they don't think you're ready. You got to work hard, and it's a lot of hard work and a lot of learning. And it's not just learning how to fall and how to take a punch and do a punch and how to do a kick and how to do a throw and all this kind of stuff. There's also a lot of in-ring psychology, because they try and tell a story every time they do a match. That's part of the entertainment side of sports entertainment, right? Is they're telling a story in the ring. It's always it's good versus evil. It's the bad guy versus the good guy. In wrestling terms, it's the face, which is the good guy, and the heel, which is the bad guy. And my son is a heel and has been a bad guy for quite a few years now, and that's been his character. And he does really well with it. So he's wrestled in Japan and throughout the U.S. and Mexico. And
Wow, very cool.
and now, like I said, he's with this organization called Boom Wrestling in Vancouver, which is going very, very well. He's still Brady Malibu, the bad guy from California. And yeah, it's a tough business. I worked in the business as a referee as well for a while, so I would ref pro wrestling matches.
I don't think I ever knew that about you.
So I knew quite a few of the wrestlers that were involved in back then in that area. I still know some of the guys that are still wrestling in the indie world today, and had a chance to to do that,
Hmm.
and that's a interesting thing to be involved. Right, I actually refed a couple of my son's matches.
You did you?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's always interesting because he was a bad guy and I'm a
Yeah.
ref,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
so it's yeah,
Very cool. By all
it was
accounts,
good.
James says, James says love pro wrestling. Love pro wrestling is fun. He said he went to a show last year, so you might want to look that up for a good evening of fun, something different.
You have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been
Fascinating.
to an Edmonton show in quite a while, or an indie show in quite a while, so be something to check out for sure. My son also had a really good relationship with Roddy Piper, the late Roddy Piper,
Really?
as well. So yeah, he learned lots from him, and
Was his real
um,
name Roddy Piper?
it was not. No, it was. He had a different first. It was
Mm.
not his full
Fred.
name. The Piper came in later when because he started coming when he was trying to figure out a gimmick for his character,
Yeah, he
and he started
came in a
showing up
kilt.
with and bagpipes. And that's
Mm.
where the Piper came
There you
in.
go.
And so yeah, no, my son's been around the WWE, and he knows, he's friends with Chris Jericho, and Lance Storm is a good friend of his in Calgary, who is WWE wrestler and has the Storm Academy, which is a wrestling school in
Mm.
Calgary, and yeah, so
Mm.
he has seen a lot of the guys, but now he's, like I said,
Mm.
he's a fitness trainer, and wrestling with Boom is a little easier on the body in that he's wrestling. They do a show a month, I think, or
Mm.
2 shows a month, so it's a
Mm.
little easier on the body
Fascinating.
for recovery time, and all that kind of stuff. So
Fascinating.
yeah,
January 26th, 7 p.m.
that
7 p.m.
sounds like that could be a fun evening. I haven't gone. I've heard of the guys, but I haven't gone. Yes, Roddy Piper was from Saskatchewan. You are right,
I'll be darned.
James. He was Canadian.
Mm.
What else we got
Very
happening
interesting.
in the Edmonton area here, Paul?
That is an environment I know nothing about there, sir. When I was a young kid, I knew a lot about wrestling, but Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
nothing yet. So that looks food tour.
There you go.
Food tour. Oh, Linda Huang. Top 30 under 30, Bill.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In Edmonton. Taste of Feed the Soul Dining Week food tour. Now Linda Huang is she's fantastic in the community, in that she's the go-to foodie. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So it is not just one location.
Various
one
locations.
location. It's various locations in and around. Sorry, not in and around. It is in the Edmonton area. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. You can sample a lot of specials, from Jamaican to other Caribbean to a whole bunch of different stuff. You get access to the preview event before the dining week officially kicks off on the 27th. And you learn more about Feed the Soul Dining Week during Black Futures Month.
Wow.
Which is also just a fantastic initiative. In the
January
city as well.
27th. That sounds tasty.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't admit to being a foodie. My salt is white. It is not pink, nor does it come from the Himalayas. So yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, but about being a foodie is homemade pizza pops. Bill.
Well, we've
That's-
talked about
yes, I
that
know.
before. Yeah.
That's why I said it. Yeah. Yeah.
Variety of different types of pizza pops. You're pretty
Yeah.
familiar with the different flavors.
Yes, I am. I love it. No, I'm not a foodie. You are a foodie.
I like trying all different kinds of different types of food. I like to make food.
I was
and
just
all
gonna
that
say, do you
things.
like
Yeah.
trying to make it, or do you like
Both.
trying to eat it? You like both. You're both. You're
Oh,
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it both. Got another big event coming, Paul, January 31st to February 3rd.
This is something I actually have experience in. Wrote.
You've been in a flying canoe?
I have been in a flying canoe volant. A flying canoe volant is a wonderful French Canadian festival, First Nations festival, Métis traditions. Which is fantastic. January 31st kicks off till February 3rd. Did an article for the Muse.
Oh, nice.
For the Flying Balloon Canoe Volant. In the French Quarter in Edmonton. Rue, that is street, so 8627 Rue Marie-Anne Gabory. So Mary Ann Gabory, also known as 91st
Hmm.
Street. 8627 91st Street. Kicks off on the 31st.
Nice.
So a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Great, colorful, and the best poutine, Bill, I have ever had outside of Quebec
Wow.
was at the Café Bicyclette.
Wow.
And the different kinds of they unreal.
Nice.
Just and the Café Bicyclette. If you're if you go and you check out the Flying Canoe Volant. And then you check out some dancing, check out some music, and then you go to the Café Bicyclette. Make sure you check all the different kinds of poutines because they have, oh man, last time I was there they had probably 8 different kinds of poutines. Unbelievably tasty. It's fantastic. So
You're making me hungry.
you're making me hungry.
Yeah, you're
these
making me
these
hungry.
pretzels are making me thirsty.
I'm going to move kind of ahead a couple months, and obviously next show we'll be talking again about what's coming up here in the near future. But the reason I'm moving ahead a little bit too is because Sound Sugar Radio
That's us.
which is us. I don't actually see it here, but anyway, Sound Sugar Radio is going to be at the Sherwood Park Chamber of Commerce Trade Fair, broadcasting live April 12th to April 14th at Millennium Place in Sherwood Park. It's a big trade fair event out here. There is an admission. That's what I was trying to find. I couldn't pull it up right. It's not very much to get in. They get about 10 to 12,000 people that come out to the event, and it's going to be a fun event for us because we're going to be there with the Music Society of Strathcona County. We will have our booth there, and Sound Sugar Radio, of course, is under the Music Society of Strathcona County. So we will be there broadcasting throughout that weekend, and come by, have a chat with us. We'll be interviewing, businesses that are there. If they, stop by for a couple minutes, we'll have a chat with them, and that will be fun. And then I'm skipping back into, I'm jumping all over the place here. We talked about this last
Yeah,
week.
but there's highlights though. There's
Yeah.
highlights.
March 10th at Festival Place, the Trans-Canada Highwaymen.
Yeah, this is
coming.
a big one for you, buddy.
That's going to be a really good show. So Trans-Canada Highwaymen is Craig Northey, Stephen Page, Moberg from Pursuit of Happiness,
Pursuit of Happiness.
and I
So
can't remember the
great.
fourth gentleman. One more in there as well. Anyway, they're doing a show at Festival Place, and what's ironic about that is, of course, as we mentioned, Stephen Page also has his trio. So it's the Stephen Page Trio, and they're headlining the Ravenwood Music Festival on Saturday, July 13th. But Stephen is with the band, so March 10th, I will be at Festival Place emceeing that event.
Can I come?
And entering, but maybe,
Thanks.
introing the band, and so that will be fun. And then, from my understanding with the Trans-Canada Highwaymen is they like to play a lot of cover tunes. So it's going to be an interesting night. They do play some of the songs from each of their own band, but apparently a lot of their show is cover tunes they like to play. They like to play their favorite cover tunes. So it's going to be interesting to hear that. So that's, again, March 10th. Tickets are on sale at Festival Place as we speak. I'm actually thinking I'm going to be talking to the artistic director of Festival Place here soon. So I'm actually going to see if I can get him on the show maybe next week.
Love it.
Brett Fraser, and we'll have a talk to him. Brett has been in the business of booking and doing shows all around this community, including doing work with Northlands when they were still around and that kind of thing for many, many years. So it'll be kind of neat to pick his brain.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Just to, like you said, pick his brain just about being a promoter and being somebody
Yeah.
who books acts. I mean, because that's your bag. That's what you've
Yeah.
been doing for the better part of 25, 30 years as well. So
Yeah, look, I book us.
you book up. You book up.
Here we are at the trade fair.
You book
Here
us.
we are at the
We're gonna
trade
be at
fair in
trade
April.
fair. Hey, Paul, you're at the trade fair. Woogie.
Yeah, maybe we'll even see James at the trade fair.
Good. That's exciting. No, that's exciting. I love to get out because you're in a studio all the time doing this. It's kind of nice to
Yeah.
talk to people. I mean, like we did the last time we did it was for
Christmas Bureau.
Christmas Bureau.
Which was really a nice event for us to.
That was
to be at.
awesome. That
So-
was so great. That was so great. So
And we will be still, as mentioned, with Sound Sugar as well. We do have the offer out there to do some free 30 second, 1 minute ad spots that we can produce, write, and voice for you. Which, Paul, we do have some interest in that. So that will continue on. So if you're interested, a small business, and obviously it's expensive to go on to mainstream radio for advertising. If you're looking for another way to get out to your community, send us an email, soundsugarradio@gmail.com, and we can help you out with that.
We have, we're fully functioning here, guys. You want the production, we've got the production. You want the performance, we've got the performance. You want the experience, we've got the experience. So we we'll meet with you. We'll see what your needs are. We'll see what your requests are. We will put that onto a wonderful little package for on-air promotion, tied in a tight little bow, and away we go.
Yep, and it's all set. So yeah, we've got, and as mentioned as well, we want to be doing, hopefully we'll be doing a few more remotes. I shouldn't say hopefully, we will be doing a few more remotes this year as well on the weekends, and have us out to your, if you've got an event or something coming up on a weekend kind of thing on a Saturday, or you've got some, fundraising event or something that you might want us to be at. Give us a shout again, soundsugarradio@gmail.com, and we'll see, what we can do.
Just digress a little bit. Mallory Shipman.
Yeah.
Ravenwood Music Club, March 8th.
March 8th.
6:30
good show as well.
p.m. Mallory Shipman is the artist in residence at the Edmonton Public Library.
Yes.
Highfalutin. That is highfalutin.
Yeah.
So she comes with an absolute killer resume.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun evening.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. I mean, and that's after the February one. So, not the February. So
February 9th.
Is February 9th. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So,
Boy,
like I said, that's coming up not
we're
far
still
away.
in January. Sorry, guys.
It's only a couple weeks away from Lily Monahan, and get your tickets again because they have been selling out. $20 online.
$20
.com or .ca. $20, and you get to come in and enjoy a great evening with a singer-songwriter.
And it's not $20 for 3 of their greatest hits, and then they hit the road, guys. Like we were there for the better part of an hour and a half, 2 hours on Friday.
Yeah.
So this is a performance. This is a concert for $20, and like I said, you want live music, you cannot get a better price for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you can in church.
I guess, yeah, you could.
You can in church. But even donations to church are $20. So you know
that's
what?
Right.
Come to the Ravenwood Music Club.
And all the money that comes in, by the way, goes right into the society and is used for our outdoor Ravenwood Music Festival, because we are all volunteers. It's 100% volunteer driven. The Ravenwood Music Club, soundsugarradio.com, and the Ravenwood Music Festival. We have no paid staff. So we're all volunteers that put our time together to put this on. So we have to, in order for us to do all of these events, we need sponsorship and we need grants and donations, etc. Ticket sales, especially for our events like the Ravenwood Music Club and the Ravenwood Music Festival, we need that revenue to pay all of our musicians, because that is number one importance, and all of our suppliers is a cost to putting it on. So that's why we do have these ticket prices, but we do our best to keep them as reasonable as we possibly can.
You know what's funny too, because the summers, I know we're talking about this in January, but the summers, there's 2 things that I think about summer. I think camping, and I think music festivals. And what better way to enjoy a summer than a local outdoor music festival like the Ravenwood Music Festival? I mean,
why not?
It's again, and the prices of the Ravenwood Music Festival are second to none. I mean,
lowest prices in any outdoor festival that we have in our research that we have found.
Unbelievable.
$95 for a weekend pass, $45 for Friday night, $65 for Saturday.
You're going to see Stephen Page.
Yeah.
You're going to see Mo Berg.
Well, you're not going to see Mo Berg.
I know. I'm sad.
Craig Northey.
Craig Northey is going to be there.
He will be there with Stephen Page. So, yeah, it's
man, oh man, I tell you,
quite the thing. Anyway, wow, another show's just gone right by. Bill and Paul, soundsugarradio.com. Again, Music Society of Strathcona County YouTube page, live stream as well.
Love chatting it up with you, Bill. Thank you very much. James, love chatting it up with you. Thank you for all your wonderful
And
comments.
your Avril Lavigne knowledge.
Your Avril, we needed it, buddy. Don't forget, guys, you too can get on the live chat as well. So just go on to Facebook.
You got it.
Facebook and check Bill and Paul Show.
All right, everybody.
Have an amazing night. Have a great week, guys. Stay safe.
See you all next week.